Over 80% of the foods consumed in America are GMOs. But what is a GMO? GMO stands for Genetically Modified Organism. Monsanto, which is the lead producer of GMOs, claims that GMOs are making the world a better place and are helping to fight world hunger. But evidence shows GMOs are unnatural and can be chemically dangerous. Animals being genetically modified have health issues and die early. They're hurt severely by dangerous injections and break down because of unnatural food. GMO tests on animals are never intentionally exposed to the public. GMO foods are not labeled or recognized, and most Americans couldn't tell you what a GMO is. We need your help to inform our generation about the risks of consuming GMOs.
The first problem with companies that produce GMOs like Monsanto is that they lie about their safety. One example of this pertains to the herbicides. The GMO manufacturers say that the use of herbicides is lower while using GMO plants, but they aren't. The modified plants are engineered to not be damaged by herbicides, therefore allowing the company to use even more herbicides. GMO companies also attack independent researchers that are trying to prove that GMOs have health risks, and then they cover it up with lies. There have been multiple occasions of these attacks, and the court rulings can be biased because the GMO companies' lawyers are commonly found to be judges of these cases. The companies also lie about how safe the modified organisms are for consumers, as there has been no real long-term research studies. An example of a lie they told was saying that Agent Orange was safe, and then they used it against Vietnam in the Vietnam War, where it caused horrific birth defects.
Our next issue is we don't know the side effects of humans eating such chemically modified food. The Agent Orange formula was thought to be safe, but instead an estimated 1.4 million people were hurt or had children who were born deformed. This should have been eye-opening, but Monsanto uses Agent Orange components to treat weeds even today. The results of animals fed GMOs are devastating. Animals fed genetically modified foods have all had the same problems of physical deformities, organ damage, immune system damage, accelerated aging, and infertility.
Third problem is the unpredictability of the impact of the earth and the ecosystem. One example of an impact on the earth is the creation of superweeds. As stated earlier, the genetically modified plants allow more pesticides to be used. This allows superweeds to form, which creates super-resistant species of plants that are uncontrollable. Another issue is that the GMOs cross-pollinate into pure crops, and the gene pool is already contaminated, and the GMOs can never be completely killed off. GMOs also cause more global warming and polluted water from the herbicides because it releases greenhouse gases into the air. So, if the GMO industries says that their products are safe, then why are they so worried about them being labeled? If the GMO products that are sold to consumers aren't labeled or recognized, natural foods will continue to be tested on. The chemicals being sprayed on crops throughout the world will eventually ruin the ecosystem with indestructible weeds and global warming. Super weeds will raid farming fields, causing us to live with indestructible weeds. Pesticides will be useless in the near future. Animals will be tested on and will be hurt, and the species will be permanently changed in the process. When will all these unnatural experiments and modifications end? Our generation must be the ones to stand up against this global problem. Raise awareness about GMOs! Sorry, we just wanted to make sure you were still awake.